It's time to go racing on a day of a real festival of cycling here in Portsmouth. The final round, of course, of the Matrix Fitness GP Series. On that big turn, it's the right-hander that they're able to take at some pace, although still not an absolute push-on pace for the time being. Here we go, 150 metres to go. Almost straight as we head towards the finish line. They're ironing it out and all the creases are gone. Nikki Juniper has done a superb job here. Slight rise for her, but you can't keep a good rider down. Grace Garner in second place ahead of Lydia Boylan, Laura Massey and Emily Kay making up your top five here. Jessica Roberts has decided she's just about had enough of this. She's winding it up, as you can see. She's pushing on. She's one of the Hoy future stars, likes the track and clearly loves the pace of this circuit here in Portsmouth. Nikki Juniper wants a clear view. For the time being, two riders in front of her. She always jinks to the fore. Meanwhile, out front, it's Jessica Roberts, who's in her pomp at the moment, just on that little kick up onto the brick section. She crosses the line now to take maximum points out of the second sprint. She wasn't a feature in the first, but she's got 5 out of this. Question is, who's going to finish second right now? Here we are. It's a big wind-up. It has to be. Nikki Juniper checks over her shoulder, wearing that green and white points leaders jersey. Heads into it right now, and here she goes. She's lighting it up. Can anyone match Nikki Juniper? I think the answer's possibly no. She believes that as well. Goes centre of the road. Juniper's going to take second place here. Does so. 4 points to her. Grace Garner in second place, with Elizabeth Jane Harris, also of Podium Ambition, in fourth. Jessica Roberts looks like she's going to take it individually, but who is going to be crowned here?
On the front of the pack this time round is the series leader from Drops Racing Team. Oh, big crash there, as we were just saying. The leaders, Drops Cycling Team, in those leaders' jerseys, just had a crash.
What a time for it to happen. Rebecca Durrell was there. Was Nikki Juniper hampered? Not quite sure. It looked like she was having trouble getting by. Grace Garner's made it through, though, and this is an amazing chance for her. She picks it up with a number 3 on her back there. It could be number 1 at the end of this one, though. We look at Jessica Roberts. She's heading for the line, and for the camera, we need to look back and see how and who is coming around that last corner. Superb effort by Jessica Roberts. She timed it brilliantly. I must admit, I thought she was doomed, but it's not the case. But the gap is being expunged here, and Grace Garner's picking it up. She's running away from Nikki Juniper, heading in 150 metres away, surely, from the overall title here. And you have to feel sorry for Juniper, but all credit to Grace Garner and her team. They kept it safe. They got in the place they needed to be. And what a place it is. It's one of glory, and Grace Garner gets the individual overall. Elizabeth Jane Harris finishes second, her teammate on the day, maximising the points there as a team. Brilliant stuff. Jo Tinley in fourth, with Charlotte Broughton in fifth. My goodness, what a race we have had. Great winner today, and a great champion in Grace Garner. Familiar in green, Nikki Juniper makes it her very own. Juniper topping the class on 45 points. Alice Barnes nearest to her. Annesley Park making up the podium for this classification. Grace Garner, the Matrix Fitness individual winner for 2016. 2 from Ford EcoBoosts, Juniper and Broughton making up the podium. There's your confirmation. Garner winning it with 233 points. What a tight competition this was, with Juniper and Broughton also in the frame. Glorious celebrations about to get underway for Podium Ambition, confirmed on the night with the team overall classification. And so it's all come down to this, the final round of the Pearl Izumi Tour Series here in Portsmouth. And what a day in prospect. The pace is incredible. This opening sprint means a lot.
Of course it does, Carlton. There's lots resting on this. Rory Townsend, the 19-year-old, is he going to take arguably the biggest victory of his career so far?
Well, he may still be a teenager, but he's prepared to use elbows to get through. He's had to do so on a number of occasions. It does get feisty. Where is he? He's still stalking at the moment. It's Madison Raleigh and then Townsend from Bedell Heaven, and he goes to the centre of the road, takes that corner absolutely brilliantly, bosses the last couple of turns here at the 150 mark. That was a supreme piece of tactics he's engaged here. He gives himself the best look at the line. He said, "This is mine," and he's absolutely right.
Rory Townsend from Pedal Heaven, the 19-year-old, wins the sprint. No sign of Lawless, so he takes the Chain Reaction Sprints jersey.
Well, he's a young man with a big future, and this is a big moment for him. 5 points there ahead of Cronshaw, Torres, Tanfield and Stewart. And how does that stack up? It stacks up for glory for this man. He carried so much cadence over the line, he almost got a gap there, which is being closed right now. Townsend on 88 can't be caught. Chris Lawless didn't feature in that sprint. Couple more still to go.
Chris Lawless there coming round with about 250 metres to go, hits this corner, turns onto the finish line, couple of back markers in the way. He's going to take the sprint and push on for bigger glory as well.
And just look at the chasers though. Madison Genesis are getting themselves into a fighting formation. He spears through two back markers, takes the sprint. Congratulations to him. It's yet another one that he'll chalk up as part of a whole series of victories. But look at Madison Genesis now. I wonder whether they're going to be tempted to push on, because there's 5 of them here. 4 Pedal Heaven men just behind, and then the JLT Condor boys in a flotilla of talent just behind. This is how that second sprint stacked up. Lawless takes it ahead of Lewis, Stewart, Cronshaw and Bulu.
Lawless, head down, full-on time trial attack mode, looking for overall glory in Portsmouth. You can see they've just taken the pace off a little bit. They've left Lawless out there, quite happy for him to take the sprint. That competition done and dusted. This is all about the team prize overall, but Rory Townsend still doesn't want anybody else to get any points.
Rory Townsend is sailing around. You'll see his blue jersey, which now belongs to him, of course, after taking the opening sprint. It's Chris Lawless that crosses the line right now. Well, if Madison Genesis were trying to dictate the pace, they couldn't tell Rory Townsend to slow down, and he takes a second spout in that sprint here. It's Blaine, Stewart and Cronshaw. The third sprint decided then, and a second one on the night goes to Lawless.
Our record 11 times Tour Series individual winner, John Mould, flying around at this Portsmouth circuit. With Madison Genesis, they have Chris Lawless under control, but now they look like they're absolutely...
Oh! Down he goes, just by the pit area, hits the barriers. Oh, I hope he's okay. Let's have a look at it again.
Well, I don't know what happens here. He was absolutely flying around that corner and just took it too wide, clipped the bottom of the foot and went straight over the bars.
Nobody wants to give up. It's the last round. It's been a difficult series, of course, in terms of the effort they've had to invest in it. But the ultimate effort tonight, it seems to be from Madison Genesis. They're not a sinking ship by any means. 2 rounds under their belt. They may well get another one tonight. We'll see. Pedal Heaven will argue about that, I'm sure, and Team Rally can't be discounted either. But it looks like time is running out for everyone, including Madison Genesis themselves. Final lap then, and they're still pushing on. But have they shredded themselves here?
Well, they've only got 2 of them left. They come round the last corner. We can see Blaine in the background. A Pedal Heaven rider just at the front. Ignore him at the moment. Who's he going to be?
Oh, it's Alex Blaine. Felix English getting the 1-2 for Madison Genesis. Chris Lawless for JLT Condor. 2 from Pedal Heaven. Tanfield and Fuller. McAvoy for NFTO in 6th place. Latham for Team Wiggins makes it into the top 10. Frame and Graham Briggs also for JLT Condor. But forget about them. 2 men down the road. And Madison Genesis think they've done it, but they disengage their own riders with the pace they put in, and it's Pedal Heaven who are best placed on the night. Pedal Heaven, the men in green, along with Rory Townsend, have added to their victory in Redditch here.
So Madison Genesis lit it up at the front. Again, they fried themselves. 2 riders over the line, but Pedal Heaven it is. The men in green and black celebrating yet again.
Here's how the final Chain Reaction Cycles points overall classification stacks up, with Rory Townsend top of the pile on 92 points. They did it in Redditch, and they've done it in their hometown. Pedal Heaven take the team classification for round 10. JLT Condor, worthy winners of the Pearl Izumi Tour Series, never headed since the Isle of Man. Quite rightly, they have been crowned champions.